No, you cannot see the curvature of the Earth from your plane. And Jeff Bezos didn't even see the curvature of the Earth from his Blue Origin. We're gonna burst some bubbles here, my friends, because this bubble got burst for me recently. I was like, yeah, really? And I want to share with you because I just want to get the people thinking what they previously thought they knew. Doesn't mean you're a flat earther. I think the biggest, easiest argument against flat Earth is how come everything else is circular? You know what I'm saying? Now, it's frankly, it's to be honest, it kind of bores me. Maybe at some point it won't, but at the end of the day, it's not that relevant to my day-to-day living, as we sit here today. But I mean, you see the sun, you see the moon, you see the Earth, not Earth, Mars, and all that. They're circular. Why would the Earth be flat? I don't know, but it's just not anything I'm all that interested in pursuing. I am interested in pursuing bubble breaking simply because if people can say, I did not know that. I thought for sure that was you could see the curvature from your plane window. And when I saw, what's that guy who jumped from, I forgot the guy's name, who did a skydive, Felix Baumgartner, I saw a curvature. No, you didn't. And I'll prove it to you. It's easy. And then they start my thinking, everything else that I thought I knew, maybe I didn't after all. So let's dive into this. All right, so first and foremost, I'm going to read from this guy's, we're just going to show you some he posted. Can you see the curvature of the Earth from a plane? Now, this is by far and away not a flat earther. He says, one of the most common rebuttals to people who believe the Earth is flat, aside from the countless experiments, equations of gravitation, not really sure you can do that, but anyway, camera and satellite footage, is the one that we can observe the curvature of the planet from a passenger airplane at cruising altitude. Well, is that true? Well, no, it's not. And we're just going to show you the science of this, shall we? Hold on a second. As you'll see from here, why it's hard to see the curvature of the Earth from 37,000 feet. You just can't. Here's a plane right here, and we can just see the plane. That's where it's showing right there. You can't really see it, but you can see the plane, and it's only showing there. Here's the ISS, the International Space Satellite, and it is barely showing the curvature of the Earth. And so here's the line of sight right here, barely showing it, and that's at 250 miles above the Earth. Here's the altitude of a plane, 37,000 feet, and you can see it just stops right there. You can't see far enough to see. The ISS can barely see the curvature of the Earth. Isn't that interesting? So let's keep going. Here's Mount Everest, which is the highest point as measured on the Earth from the flat of the Earth. And that's only about 29,000 feet high, so it's roughly 6 miles high. And you cannot see the curvature from the Earth from Mount Everest either, just FYI. Here's billionaires in space. How far did they go? And we know that Jeff Bezos went about 7 miles or something like that in the space. 6.6. Wait, how far did he go? 1 second. He went to 66 miles in the air. So we see here's Mount Everest, the highest point right here. I'll put a link. This is a fantastic article anyway. He's using a soccer ball to kind of on a scale of what the Earth would be relative to how high these guys went. Anyway, Mount Everest is right there. That's basically the airplane. Felix Baumgartner skydive is right there. He did not see the curvature of the Earth. Here's Branson. Here's Bezos. They're still way down here. Here's an International Space Station. All right, so the International Space Station can barely see the curvature of the Earth at 250 miles in the air. Baumgartner wasn't anywhere near it. Bezos wasn't anywhere near that, and it certainly did not see the curvature of the Earth. And the interesting thing is, check this out. We can see it right here. Blue Origin astronaut says Bezos didn't go high enough. And here she is. This is Wally Funk, who said the capsule didn't go high enough. Alongside Funk was Bezos' 5.5 billion rocket was his younger brother Mark and teenage Oliver Damon. Bezos described the crewed flight, which launched on Tuesday, as the best day ever, but his crewmate Funk had some qualms. She says she was disappointed not to see the curvature of the Earth while aboard the Blue Origin. So she's 66 miles in the sky, and she still couldn't see the curvature of the Earth via Blue Origin. She spent 6 decades attempting to reach space as a trained astronaut. We went right on up, and I saw darkness. I thought I was going to see the world, but we weren't quite high enough. She said she would have loved to have spent longer in zero gravity to do more rolls and twists and so forth. I loved every minute. I just wish it had been longer. So there she is. So she must be a flat earther because she went 66 miles in the air and did not see the curvature of the earth. She wasn't high enough. And if we go back to these right here, there's the International Space Station at 250 miles in the air. International Space Station at 250 miles, and it can just barely see the curvature, just barely. That's how big the freaking Earth is. And so again, Bezos was only 66 miles, and so this is probably, here's 7 miles in the air as a jet. Mount Everest about 6 miles in the air, and this is probably what, about here is Bezos. Can't see it, man. Isn't that crazy? Anyway, it's fun to pop to bring some gravy and get people to maybe think a little bit outside the box. Tough, I know, but if they can see this, they say, what else is out there? Maybe I don't need $8 billion to retire. Maybe it's propaganda that's being enforced on us since 2020. Maybe there's more to this than what I've been reading in the headlines in the, heaven forbid, the New York Times. Maybe. All right. Love to hear your thoughts. We'll see ya.